Hello, my friends. Scott Primiano here with your weekly prep talk. Hello, you insurance heroes, and welcome to episode 5. Before we get started today, I want to answer a question I was asked regarding my retirement and why I'm coming out of retirement and doing this again. Well, the answer is because I can, I want to, and I'm not dead. Kind of, actually, yes. In our prior life, we had to deliver this program in person, and that required a tremendous amount of travel. So every day it was airplane, rent-a-car, hotel, client office, whether that was a carrier or an agency, back to the airport, back to the plane, new rent-a-car, new hotel, and so on. What made it all palatable was you, participants in the program, being able to help and coach and support and watch you grow and evolve. That part continued even after I retired. Many participants stayed in touch. Social media, particularly LinkedIn, allowed me to follow, not stalk, but follow the career path of many a participant. And my heart swelled with pride as I witnessed careers blossom, leadership roles assumed, and people really leaving a positive impact and mark on the industry, their community, and the world itself. To know we played some small role in enabling that success and that positive impact is beyond heartwarming. Enter the ability to deliver the program from behind a microphone in New York and provide distance coaching through Skype without having to tie you up in a classroom for 2 hours. And here we are. This is also a great opportunity to update the material and the strategies and the ideas and make them more appropriate for the current state of the industry and the conditions that you face today. So let's get busy. When we left off in session 4, you were going to determine how much money you needed to make this year and break that down into weekly activity objectives that, when executed, will get you there. You might have had difficulty determining which specific high payoff activities to select. So in this episode, we're going to build a menu of activity for you to select from. The list of activities that we discuss won't be all-inclusive, and as we mentioned before, the best ideas will be the ones that evolve from these initial suggestions. These will get you thinking, and your best ideas will be your second or third thought down the line. And a quick word of caution, don't overload yourself. Don't try and do too much, especially right out of the gate. Let's recognize that you're already busy, and perhaps overwhelmed, and we don't want to add more whelm. So pace yourself. We're looking to establish a rhythm and a cadence for these high payoff business building activities that will attract new clients and retain existing ones efficiently, effectively, creatively, and consistently. And it's in the consistency that we'll find our success. All of these activities are proactive and require you to engage. They will not happen on their own. All of these activities serve our primary purpose and allow you to educate and inform both prospects and clients, which means we're erasing the traditional line between what is sales activity and what is service activity. When we're working efficiently and effectively, they can be and should be one and the same. So in no particular order, let's run through the list of ideas that I've come up with and add to those or expand from those any ideas that you have. Let's start with the client roundtable or workshop that we mentioned in the prior episode. Such an event is appropriate for both personal lines clients as well as commercial lines clients. It can be conducted on or off site. It can be formal or informal. And it must be enticing, of interest to your target audience and about your target audience. And those topics generally fall into the following 3 categories. They save money, they make money in the case of commercial accounts, or they provide peace of mind. So you host a get-together on preparing children to go to college. And to it, you invite somebody who's going to discuss financial aid, you invite somebody who's going to discuss scholarship availability, and of course, you're going to discuss the insurance ramifications and steps they need to take in that respect. You host a get-together on home security and the different systems that are available, and you invite an expert on home security to come and address your audience. You put on a session about solar panels, the tax credits that are available, the insurance ramifications between leasing and buying, and on and on and on it goes. For commercial accounts, the topics are virtually limitless. Picture a cluster of 10 small commercial clients gathered around a table, and the topic is employee hiring and retention strategies, and it's being delivered by an HR pro. With an unemployment rate of 3.5%, that one may get some traction. Next month, you gather them together again, and the topic is small group insurance, and it's delivered by one of your benefits partners. The month after that, it's workplace safety. The month after that, it's dealing with fraudulent comp claims. The month after that, and the month after that, and the month after that, it goes on and on and on and on and on. You don't have to be an expert in any one of these areas. You just need to know how to access experts and provide them to your clients and prospects. You can host a gathering for larger commercial accounts and talk about captives. You can talk about changing employment regulations. You can talk about anything that will make their business more efficient, more productive, or more profitable. It's also important to recognize that this is a networking opportunity for them as well as it is for you. And, best of all, we're serving our primary purpose because we're educating and informing our clients proactively. Is this sales activity? Is this service activity? Who knows? What we do know is that it helps attract new clients and retain existing ones. And it serves our primary purpose, and it's an efficient way of getting in front of people, staying in front of people, informing and educating. Another way of getting in front of people is to go where they gather. Commonly referred to as networking, this is networking with a purpose. And the purpose is not to get business. The purpose is to make a difference. Do the right thing in the right way for the right reason with the right people. The business will come. But before we even deserve the business, we have to build a level of value, integrity, and trust. Leave the BNI and other formal networking groups to the traditional producers. You're better than that, and they don't work unless you're trying to attract people who want your business. Instead, find a cause. Find a charity, find a community group, join the Rotary, participate in the Chamber of Commerce, find people and organizations who need help and support, and go help and support them. That's a real network, and from that you will build a solid reputation. Another place to communicate and build a reputation is by writing articles. Writing articles in the local paper, who are always hungry for copy, doing electronic newsletters, even writing articles for our industry trade journals and providing reprints to your prospects and clients. Shows that you're engaged, involved, and keeps you visible and viable. But dude, they're not going to read that stuff. Well, it doesn't matter if they read it or not. The fact is, the only thing you can control is that you sent it. What happens to it after that becomes almost irrelevant. Those who do read it will do so for their own reasons and probably get something from it. Those who don't read it will still be aware that you sent it. We've had participants approach the local community newspaper, the stuff that comes in the mail that's free, actually get a column with a byline and a picture, and ta-da, our once anonymous producer is now the local community insurance expert. Here are some other activities that should appear on your list. Referral harvesting. How many referrals are you asking for? Everybody should be asking for referrals, whether you're a producer, account manager, CSR, an intern. If you're doing a good job for folks, they want to tell other people about it. All you have to do is give them permission to do so. After coming to the rescue on a service item, when they're thanking you profusely, that's a great time to say, feel free to share my name with anybody you may know who would appreciate the same level of service. Much more to come when we hone your referral asking skills in our referral harvesting episode. Just know that it's a really important service touch, and it is anything but a sales manipulation. Here's another one for everybody. Check-in calls. How often are we truly in communication proactively with our clients? Are we just connecting with them when we need something? Are we waiting for them to call when they need something? Chances are very good that you're spending 80% of your time with 20% of your clients. Those who are calling all the time, those who are busy accounts, larger accounts that require a lot of time and attention. What goes missing in that formula is the 80% of the clients that don't hear from you, the quiet clients. Those are the ones we should worry about the most. I hate to say it, but these are the accounts we're taking for granted. These are also the accounts that are most vulnerable and slip away in the night, and we never quite know why. I know why. It's not that we did anything wrong. It's that we didn't do enough right. When we first met these people, we were all sunshine and buttercups, hugs and kisses, and welcome to the agency. Happy to have your business. As soon as we get their business, we go away. How does that leave them feeling? Over the course of time, they even forget your name. Then a guy like me shows up, talking about doing an assessment, talking about getting to know them as a person and getting to know their organization. And most significantly, somebody who's really willing to understand their expectations before and after the sale, including the frequency and method of contact. Clients are going to be of the type where they'll call you if they need you, and they're not bashful about saying so. Great, one less call to make. Others will be much more forthcoming. What we're trying to avoid is the no news is good news trap, where if we're not hearing from them, we're assuming everything is fine. Everything is not fine. Quiet clients have the same questions and concerns that the clients who call you have. They just don't pick up the phone. Enter the check-in call. 2 of these calls a week, 3 of these calls a week, 5 of these calls a week to check in with existing clients to see how they're doing, see if anything has changed, answer any questions they may have, and to remind them that you're always here if they need you. Dude, I'm responsible for 500 clients. I can barely return the incoming calls I get. How am I supposed to get to everybody? The answer is you're not going to get to everybody. You're going to get to 2 a week, 3 a week, 5 a week, whatever number it is that you pick that you commit to executing consistently. Any one of these calls is better than the one not made. And if you're doing 3 a week, that's 150 calls that wouldn't have otherwise been made. That's 150 clients who have been reminded of your value, your integrity, your trustworthiness. That's 150 opportunities to proactively answer a question that, left unanswered, will become tomorrow's crisis. The next activity for commercial accounts follows the same line of thinking. We need to unass our seats on a regular basis and go out and visit our clients. Whether it's a quarterly review, a semi-annual review, something other than just a pre-renewal meeting. Here we get to see how we're doing against our expectations and ensure they're being met, uncover any changes that may have occurred. We tour the facility. We're looking for cross-selling opportunities. We're looking for referrals, and we're checking their revenue and payroll numbers to make sure we're on track and ahead of any audit that may occur down the road. We're also finding out what business issues they're facing, not just insurance issues, but business issues that might make a good topic for our next roundtable. The truth is, I've never been on one of these appointments that has been a waste of time. Other ideas for commercial accounts include setting up a safety committee, or if they have one, sitting on it, claims review meetings when and where appropriate, participating in their industry's trade shows if you're niched in that market, client-to-client referrals, making those introductions, and participating in their charity events, either literally or monetarily. The last area I want to cover in this episode is social media. Whether it's Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, or LinkedIn, you have a huge opportunity to build a following and to educate and inform. You too can be an influencer, whether it's a community-based group, a group of your clients, an industry-specific group, whatever group you set up or whatever group you join, such as Moms of Your Town, or the Lions Club or the Chamber of Commerce. Just remember you're there to contribute and to help, not to advertise and to take. So let's review the ideas that we've discussed in this episode, knowing that you're going to come up with others, and then we'll build a sample activity plan. So we talked about client roundtables and workshops, networking with a purpose, writing articles and newsletters, referral harvesting, conducting check-in calls, and client visits to do reviews. We touched on safety committees, either setting up a safety committee or attending their meetings, claims review meetings, attending client trade shows, referring clients to each other, participating in charity events, and using social media to become an influencer. Clearly not an all-inclusive list, but a list nonetheless. As a producer, the first thing I'm going to do is determine how many new business appointments I need each week in order to hit my objective for new business. For example, in order to sell one new account per week, I need to have 2 new business appointments per week. That's my target. Some weeks I'll have 3, other weeks I'll have 1. To generate those appointments, I plan to ask for 2 referrals per week from existing clients, attend 1 networking event each week, and conduct 1 small business roundtable each month. Early on, I'll be able to determine if this level of activity is enough to generate the response that I want. If it is, I'll stick with it. If not, I'll make an adjustment. I'll add something, take something away, increase the frequency of activity, or nuance it in some way until I get the results that I'm looking for. As a producer, I also know I have to maintain my existing relationships. I'm going to have 2 face-to-face meetings per week for a total of 4 appointments per week. 2 new business, 2 existing business. I'm also going to make 5 check-in calls to existing clients per week. Of course, I'm inviting existing clients to my roundtable, and I'm going to have a Twitter account for my existing accounts and my new prospects, and I'll invite them to follow me, where they'll receive insightful tweets on a weekly basis. That, my friends, is a simple sample activity plan, which is actually my business plan. From this simple plan, I can track and project my results in all production areas, also track my retention objective, work efficiently and effectively. Notice the focus has shifted from an annual number to a weekly activity. If I'm a personal lines producer, my goal is to close something, one thing, every day. To do that, I'll need to ask for 5 referrals per week from existing accounts. I'll need to do 5 check-in calls per week to check in and also look for account rounding opportunities. I'm going to build a network of mortgage brokers and realtors, offering them to get sample quotes on listed properties and for new buyers. I'll give 2 workshops per year, 1 on flood insurance, 1 on homeowners insurance, for my network, for existing clients, and for prospective clients. I'll set an alert for each client's birthday and send them an e-card, and I'll remember to send a thank you email for every referral I get. As a CSR account manager, I'll do 5 check-in calls per week, provide every client with a tip of the month e-letter. That includes such things as reminders to change the battery in the smoke detectors, links to defensive driving courses, explanation of credits and how to get them, and so on. So there we have it, the skeleton of your activity plan. We calendar the activity in each week where we can fit it. We execute to the best of our ability. We track our results. We adjust where needed. We enhance where appropriate. We add our personal touch to each event or activity, and we rock the world. So, go finalize your plan. Remember to force yourself to allocate 1 hour per day at a minimum for your personal high payoff activities, and pay proper tribute to the hero in the mirror every morning. In our next episode, we're going to do a deep dive on priority management and develop a method that will allow you to integrate this new activity into your day, into your week, into your month, into your life on a more consistent and regular basis. Remember, if you have questions or get stuck, you can reach me at scottprimiano.com. And as always, I encourage you to feel the love and keep the faith. Thanks so much for listening. This has been a Scott Primiano production, all rights reserved.